Hello, crafty friend. It's Justine. Today I told you I was going to do an advent calendar project, and here I am doing an advent calendar project. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It might be a flop. It might be fabulous. We're going to find out together. So just if you're not aware, I just worked with the Make It Merry card kit. And in the card kit came these little day or number tags, which I immediately thought advent calendar. So naturally, I wanted to make one. I thought about how to put it on a card, and then I thought, why not turn it into a Christmas decoration, or an advent decoration rather, for my house. So then I thought, okay, I'm gonna need something a little more sturdy than a card. And I thought, I'm gonna need a picture frame. I even ordered a picture frame to use. And then I got thirsty, walked down my stairs, and then thought, oh, wait a minute. You have these weird frames. Weird. Not really weird, but it's a little weird, the statement on it. And I was going to actually donate these to Goodwill or repaint them and do something with them anyway, because they're just kind of weird. They're a pair. It says you belong with me, and the other one says I belong with you, which, yeah, okay, cute, but also like weirdly possessive. So I wasn't really thrilled about these. I don't even know where I got them. I don't know. There's nothing on the back, so who knows. But I did like the frame, and I like that it didn't have glass to deal with, and I think this will be perfect for my advent calendar. So long story short, we're upcycling today and going to be brave and try something totally different and weird on YouTube. So I pulled out a piece of paper from the paper pad, and I'm going to put that on here just like that. And then that's going to cover up the weird you belong with me, which is a little like, anyway, it also reminds me of like the Taylor Swift song. Anyway, I really digress. I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to use toothpicks. I know, goofy, right? Do you see, by the way, don't mind the ink on my hands. I just was doing some stenciling, and if you saw my video Sunday, you would know why, which you saw it Sunday, but I filmed it 5 minutes ago. So yes, there's still ink on my hands. I took toothpicks and chopped off the tips, and I am hoping that these are going to serve as my hooks or pegs for my numbers to go on. So let's just go ahead and start with the easy part, which is putting this paper down. I have never tried this, so I don't know if this is going to work. It might flop. I might end up using gems or something to cover up the holes and just making it like a cute little decoration, but I'd like this to be interactive. So I want the numbers to physically hang on the toothpick ends. And if you're wondering how I cut the toothpicks, I'll tell you. I used my Spellbinder shears, which are the big scissors, which are super duper sharp, and they chopped right through the toothpick with ease, and that worked out really well. Now, since this is going to be a Christmas decoration that I'm hoping that I will want to put up in my house, I am going to make sure I use enough tape to make sure it holds. Isn't that so satisfying when you run out of a tape? That is like one of the exciting parts to me in card making. It's the little things, you know. Okay, luckily I have another roll ready to go right on my desk. I always keep these from card kits if I have some leftovers, because they are so handy to have on my desk. Now I am going to hopefully center it on my board here. We'll see if that works out. All right, step one done, and super easy. Nothing brave about that. Okay, next, this is really the hard part. Okay, I took some of the press and seal to get my numbers all lined up. So they're all set to go, but now I need to, do I need to measure? I feel like I should probably measure. It'll probably turn out better if I do Too bad I can't do this wonky. That would be way too easy. Okay, I'm going to take the first row and get the measurements and then just use my pencil and go down. Ironically, I have this Christmas pencil on my desk from my classroom, so we're just going to use it, and hopefully this will work for my lines. Ugh, things are already moving. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to turn out great. Ay, ay, ay. You might be asking, why do you want these to be on the toothpicks and why do you want them to be interactive? Well, it's because I want them to be able to come off, to maybe write something on the back of each one. I considered doing like a little thankful thing, but I thought that was kind of like Thanksgiving-ish, so I thought maybe not. I might write like a little poem or a Bible verse or something on the back and use that as the decoration. I'm not sure really what I'm going to do with it yet. I just know that I really wanted to try to make this interactive to use in some neat way. Okay, I might be cutting down my black paper just a little. It looks like there's going to be a gap here, so that might happen. Stay tuned. I'm just going to put those dots there, and then hopefully, since I have the horizontal and vertical rows, the rows and columns down, I think that I can take my pencil and figure out markings. For this, I'm really just eyeballing it with my ruler. I'm just trying to line up the ruler line with my line on my grid paper here, and then I am just kind of seeing if I can eyeball the vertical dots here and just kind of match it up. I am nervous, you guys. I really do want this to turn out. I have this vision in my head of putting it on my piano once our living room is put back together. Let's hope and pray that my living room is back together by the time Advent starts. Oh, which, by the way, if you don't know, Advent starts December 1st. So, hence the calendar. Alrighty, so next is a little more daunting task that I am going to be doing here, which is putting on the pegs. Yes, I'm going to use Burley Art liquid glue, and I'm just going to simply hope for the best. I'm going to put down a dot on every single pencil mark for now. That's going to be kind of like a good amount of glue, a big kind of amount. And then I'm going to kind of let it get a little bit tacky. So I'm not going to rush and put the peg on right away. I'm just going to let it set a little bit and then put the pegs on. I think that if I do that, the glue will hold it just a little bit better and it won't just fall over. At least that is my hope. So I'm going to frankly check my email and let that sit for just a minute. All right, the glue has had a chance to get a little bit tacky, so I'm using my reverse tweezers and just hoping for the best. There might be a little bit of glue smushing, but Burley Art glue does dry clear, so I suppose it won't show too much. I left the wood look on the toothpicks just because the frame has a wood look too, and I thought it's not a big deal if it is like the natural, if it is the natural wood look. But I suppose if you wanted to do this yourself, you could paint them. Okay, this is going pretty good so far, so I am holding my breath that it continues to work out. Reminds me of the Pink Panther. What good weather we're having. I hope it continues. Okay, I will leave the corny jokes to my own head and update you when I'm done putting all the pegs on. As I come to the end, I just want to say this is looking horrifying. It looks like a medieval torture device. We're going to use it as a Christmas decoration though. I promise I will do my best to make it look pretty, but right now it's looking a little questionable. But I'm going to trust my own head and process and hope for the very best here. Okay, well, now that all the pegs are on, I did have a few extras just in case something did not work out well. I'm going to let this sit and really let the glue harden as best as it can, and I think I'm going to go make some lemon bars because we're going to go to my parents' house tomorrow, and I think it'd be fun to bring lemon bars over, you know, a little summer treat. So I will check back in with you, and I'm sure that some of the ink will have come off my hands by then because I'm certainly going to wash my hands before I cook. So we'll see you in just a second of YouTube time. Gratitude friend, as promised, I am back. Things have almost dried completely. I see a little bit of white on the glue, just a tiny bit, but I think I'm just going to go ahead anyway and continue. So I did need to trim down this black paper, and like a genius that I am, I forgot to do it before I started gluing things on. So I need to trim that before I move on here. So I think I'm going to maybe cut about 1/8 of an inch off. I'm going to actually use my scissors and just hope for the best. I think I need to draw a line because I'm not the straightest cutter in the world. Okay, now that that is trimmed down, I'm going to actually attach it to my background, and then I'll put all the little tags on. So I was thinking of using the Joyful Season sentiment stickers there, but I guess I don't have to. I think it was just kind of a thought. But for placement wise, I think I'm going to skip that, and I'll use that on a card or another project sometime. But I'm just going to keep this simple and stick with this. Okay, here comes the exciting part. Just added a little bit of liquid glue on the back there, and now I'm going to put it on. I'm shocked that this is turning out so well. And I'm very surprised, pleasantly surprised that is, that the pegs are holding up so well. I think this is a really cheap DIY, and it's turning out. Okay, now that the pegs are all on my project, I can now add my numbers on. So I'm just going to do that kind of quickly. And I know I had used the press and seal to put everything together, but I guess I didn't really necessarily need that, but it definitely helped keep everything together. So I do move things around in my craft room often, so I guess that was a good thing. But we'll just aggressively rip them off now. Okay. Some of them still need the holes popped out, so I'm going to keep my tool-in-one close by for that purpose. All right, I did it. It's all done. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wiggle just so they kind of lay on there nicely. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, I will definitely have some pretty pictures taken with this so you can see the final result, but it is so cool, and I just can see myself taking off one of these, looking in the back. And like I said before, I'm going to put something on the back. I just don't know at this moment. Well. Have the turntables have turned. Michael Scott. No, just kidding. I I thought that this was an amazing project, but it was kind of plain. So I've gone ahead and grabbed some die cuts and stickers and sequins and chipboard elements, and we are just going to jazz this up just a hair because that's my style. So we're doing it. Anyway, these are all pieces from the Make It Merry card kit. So if you have that, you can also add those to yours if you're remaking it. Anyway, I'm going to add this little tree down in the corner like so. Perfect. Love that there's a hair on this project. Quite on brand. I have super long hair. I know I don't show my face on YouTube all that often, but I do have really long hair and it gets in everything. Okay, you might be wondering, why didn't you just do this in the first place? Well, I didn't think about it. I was looking over at this project, cleaning up my desk. I actually filmed another video prepping for some August club items. You guys, they're so pretty. Anyway, then I was looking at this and I thought, you know, it needs more. It needs jazz. And Christmas is such a happy time. At least I hope it is for you. I know Christmas can be kind of sad for really anyone who is dealing with a loss of a family member. I definitely miss my family members who have passed, but in general, Christmas is a time about being excited about our Lord's birth and also spending time with family. So let's just make this fancy and fun. And I have all these pieces anyway from the card kit, so why not just jazz it up? So a little liquid glue and paper really just makes my heart happy. Now, a lot of these pieces are paper, and you might be thinking, well, how is that going to last from year to year? Well, I think I'm going to have to be delicate with how I store this one and just kind of keep in mind that there are paper elements sticking off of it. And that's just going to have to work because I am excited about this project, and I know it's July, so I'm going to have to wait a few months to actually put this in use. So we're just going to have to wait. It's going to be fine. And then when that time comes, I'll probably have forgotten about this and then it will be like it's brand new again. Can anyone relate to that? I feel like that is my life a lot of the times, especially with crafting items, which is why I tell people to shop their stash a lot, because we all have dies or just different things in your craft room or craft space that you've purchased and then forgotten about. I'm guilty of it too, so don't worry, you're not alone here. Okay, I think that's all of the die cut pieces that I have to put on, and then I'm going to add these sticker stars because they're sparkly. And then once I'm done adding these, I'll see if it makes sense to put sequins on or if it will just be too much bling. But is that even a thing? I don't know. I love a bling. I love a bling moment. Okay, I definitely want to put one of those on a tree. Oh, I should put the biggest one on the tiniest little tree here. That makes all the sense in the world. Wonder if I can move that heart up. Ha, I can. Those chipboard stickers are sticky, but they're not like crazy sticky. I maybe should put liquid glue under that, but I don't know. Oh, I can't wait to show my husband. He is going to probably be overwhelmed with all the stuff going on here, but I think he'll like it. I told him that I was doing woodworking, and he kind of gave me a look like, what? But I consider cutting toothpicks woodworking because I was working with wood, and the frame is wood. So once he comes in from working outside, he's going to be probably confused. But that one just got launched into the abyss of the craft room. so many other things have gone before it, so it's a journey that I don't wish for any of my craft supplies, but que sera, sera. Alrighty. I think I have one more star, and it's a big one. Where should I put it? Oh, at the top, of course. Okay, I am absolutely loving this even more than I did before. I think that this was fabulous to add little bits and bobs and make this really just a fancy Christmas moment in July. By the way, this is one of my last videos for July. I hope that I am going to receive the Better Press Christmas collection soon. I know that that is coming out, I think it's next month. There's so much coming out next month. It's really getting difficult to remember. Let's see, I have a list. No, Better Press Christmas. Yeah, that came out earlier this month. So hopefully I get that in the mail soon to show you. I'm pretty sure I am getting the whole collection, which is really exciting. And I've really loved the Better Press in general, so it should be fun to play around with that. And my too much brain is in overdrive. I maybe blame the acrylic paint pouring that I just did this week with my ladies from my family. I'll pop pictures on the screen if I can remember. Did acrylic paint pouring, and man, that is such an easy thing to get your too much brain lost in, because you just want to sit there and fuss and fuss and fuss some more. But sometimes you have to just walk away from a project and then be inspired again, and that is what happened with this whole project. I walked away and bam, here we have it. A really fun, in my opinion, Christmas decoration for my house. And you know, last year for Christmas and fall, I actually decorated with cards. I just removed some little knickknacks that I had on floating shelves in my living room, and I just put up seasonal cards, and my husband was all for it. So we love a supportive man, and you know, I think that this is a step up. And wow, I am just like slightly overwhelmed by all of this going on here, but that is just fine. You know, I think this area needs a little something, and I do have some chipboard frames still, and I think this little present would be perfect to add right here. I think I'll add another, like a bundle of presents, and then that one with it. Yes, that looks good. I can't believe all the stuff that comes in the Make It Merry card kit. You guys, if you need Christmas cards for Christmas, get the kit and just play and have fun. And it's just so fun. Anyway, if you're looking for inspiration with more things with that card kit, you can go ahead and check out my video where I show a whole bunch of cards. I think I did 11 A2 size cards, and then I did a slimline card. So there's should be something there to inspire you, but goodness, even after all those cards, I still have a lot left over. And I made this whole project with that card kit, with the exception of the toothpicks and the frame, which again, I upcycled the frame from my hallway, and I got toothpicks from my kitchen. My point is, this is cost effective and so fun. And did I mention you can take these off of the hooks and write on the back? For example, here's the 9. I could write something on the back. I've been kind of debating in my head of what I want to put on the back. I think I might leave it blank, and then separately make a list of either things that I'm thankful for or attributes about my husband that I just adore, because I think that that would be really sweet, and I think that that would kind of be a nod to my love language. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I'll let you know by the time I pull this out for Christmas and remember that I have it as a decoration. I'm sure I will have figured out something to do with it. But until that time comes, it will be undecided. Anyway, I am so thankful for you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you loved this project, even if you're not going to remake it. Maybe you enjoyed the process of me just kind of being weird and creative in my craft room. So thanks for crafting with me, and I hope to see you in my next video, which will be quite soon. Let's see, today is the Tuesday when this video goes up. 2 days I will have a video with Santa. So if Santa is your thing, come on back in 2 days, and then in 3 days I have my stitched update video. So prepare yourself. It's a long one. I stitched, I think, 14 cards. I don't remember how many. So come on back for that one. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Bye.